In this video, we're going to have a short conversation about coil cleaning. And what we're specifically talking about most often in this is the outdoor coil of an air conditioning system, of a split system or a packaged unit. It's important that both the evaporator and the condenser coil stay as clean as possible because dirty coils will affect the efficiency of an air conditioning unit. It's going to raise the system operating pressures, it messes with the system superheats and subcoolings, and it restricts airflow across the coils. Just to name a few other things. Of course, it also, if it's the evaporator coil that's dirty, that's the indoor coil, it's going to affect airflow and it's going to cause freeze-ups. Outdoor coil, you're going to see high head pressures, high suction pressures, and you're not going to have as nice heat exchange the outdoors, which is going to affect the heat efficiency of a unit. So there's two common air conditioning coils in use today. We have the aluminum condenser coil and a copper condenser coil. Now, they look about the same. You have to look real closely at them to see if the tubes within the fins are aluminum or copper. Aluminum condenser coils are constructed out of aluminum and they're very fragile. They have condenser fins that can be easily damaged, and they do not stand up well to chemical coil cleaners. The chemicals will actually eat through the aluminum over time, and you'll start having small refrigerant leaks. The best way to clean aluminum coils is by using only water. Copper coils are mostly constructed of copper with aluminum condenser fins. It's more rigid and can withstand some abuse and also the higher pressures. It can hold up to chemical condenser cleaners as long as the chemical is completely washed off after you're done cleaning it. Any residue left over from chemical coil cleaner will eventually start to eat away at the copper and cause small pinhole leaks. They can be cleaned with water or coil cleaner, depending on the size and condition of the coil. Evaporator coils are mostly constructed the same way as condenser coils. They can either be aluminum or copper, okay, and they're in the ductwork. So for the rest of this, we're going to talk about the condenser coils, but the same principles apply to evaporator coils. When you clean a condenser coil, you have to clean it from the inside out, and the reason is because you're pulling air through the coil from the outside in, because there's a fan at the top here that's exhausting out the top. So the air is being pulled in. You need to clean against the airstream because you want to push the dirt out of the coil. If you just clean from the outside in, you're actually embedding that dirt and debris further into the coil. So you always want to remove the top of the condenser after making sure the power's off, disconnect the fan and set it off to the side so you're not putting pressure on the wires. Okay, and then you want to reach down in there and you want to clean from the inside out. Now, normally what I do is I take the condenser coil cleaner, put it on both sides of the coil after doing a pre-rinse. Okay, put it on both sides of the coil so that I'm breaking the dirt, breaking the bond the dirt and especially pollen has to the coil. And then I start from the bottom and I clean from the inside out. There's several brands of coil cleaner on the market today. Some are more acidic than others and can cause damage to the coil. Use caution when using a cleaner, as it can cause skin burns if it comes in contact with the skin. Condenser coil cleaners are usually more acidic than evaporator coil cleaners because the condenser is exposed to the outside more than the evaporator, and it needs a more powerful cleaner to clean the coil. Most coil cleaners are labeled condenser coil cleaner, so don't use evaporator coil cleaner on a condenser coil, and don't use condenser coil cleaner on a evaporator coil. Okay, the evaporator coil cleaners are labeled evaporator coil cleaners. They're less acidic, okay, and they can be sprayed directly on the coil and left on without damaging the evaporator. As the system runs on the evaporator coil cleaner, the condensation that forms on the coil will wash the cleaner off by itself. So again, be careful which cleaner you use.